Good evening, YouTube. So today we're taking a look at this event called Adventurous Journey. It has been here before a month ago, and back then there was also a bit of debate about, like, is this event for free-to-play players or is it for pay to win, or what is this event about? And this is the second time that we have this event, and I must just say that I think the last time the event was fine. It's not a free-to-play event though. If you want any of these 4 heroes, let me just tell you, you have to pay $30 in cash to get any of these 4 heroes. And unfortunately, the text in the top, it says choose your companion and you can get the hero after finishing the adventure. Now this text, and I said it a month ago and I'll repeat it, it sounds like you can get this hero if you pick one and you finish the adventure. Now, by finishing the adventure, what they really mean to say is that if you pay the $30 and you get to the end of the board, then you can get this hero here. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, let's take a look at these 4 heroes here. If you are willing to spend $30, which is of course a lot of money for some people, but in Infinite Magicraid, if we are taking a look at like $30 compared to the price of a legendary Dragon Eye, that is $40, and so you can already guess now that sometimes these guys here, if they are in the shop and you have to pay for them to get a copy, they will be around $55–60 is the price point that we've had so far for these heroes here. Actually, Xiao Jun was priced at, I believe, well, she was a free hero, but then you could buy her 2 exclusive, one for I think $20 and then one for $70, so or $50, something like that. So it was $70 in total for 2 copies. But IMR we've had, and that was around $55 I believe, and Freud I've only seen once, and I think it was also around $50–60 for a copy of him. So so that is the price. Now if you take that into consideration, obviously $30 is half the price, and it's pretty fine to pay $30 for a copy when normally it's $40, so you're actually saving $10 if we are speaking like that. Now for a free to play, obviously $30 is money you cannot spend because you're free to play, but if you're a low spender, then I believe you should buy maybe one of these 4 heroes here, and I will go through them all right now to tell you which hero I think you should take and why, so that you spend your $30 the best way. Now let's just take them from left to right. So we have Freud here. Freud is a very nice hero. He is a poison tag. He has shielding with exclusives. He has ally protection. He has attack up buff, speed up buff, and he can heal. He is a very nice unit. And he has some very good exclusives also if you get more copies of him, or if you get eyes on him, which makes him take like it says here that he will take 50% of the damage taken by the allies, and then 30% of that will like be settled at the end of the turn. So it's basically like a brewmaster in other games, or something like that, right? Like a tanky type that where he takes some damage and then he just after some time he just takes the rest of the damage, but it also reduces damage by 10%, so he's kind of being a beefy tank who is absorbing the damage for later. Now at exclusive 2 he will also be casting his lingering sound immediately after each wave, and it will also grant some immunity to either silence, horrify, provoke, or imprison, and also make him immune to fatal damage, which is all great. Exclusive 2 is fantastic on him. He's like a Lydia. He starts out with attack buff for your team. That is great. And at exclusive 3 he will be able to shield your entire team, and he will also be able to, like, if there's a shield, any shield on any of your allies that has ally protection, then you cannot remove the ally protection. So that is great damage mitigation from him. So he's definitely a very nice choice. Then we got IMR, who is the next best choice. Well, he's actually the best choice, but I'll come back to that. IMR is the best choice, I believe. He's a very strong poison damage healer type. He is mandatory for any poison tag team. He has the poison up buff, is very unique. Like this buff here, poison up to, he is the only poison hero so far that has this buff here, and it is 50% poison damage increased for your entire team. So that is very nice. Also in PvP. In PvP, if he loses 30% of his max HP, he will automatically cast this Fallen Poison Ivy, and it will do a lot of damage because it is poison damage which ignores defense. So he's actually doing a lot of damage, and also has a chance to silence at the end of the turn. So you might even silence some people in PvP, like if you're taking a lot of damage. I've seen some people use him in War Thrones with the buff where you take, I think it is 50% damage from the start, but you get 20% damage increase. If you have that buff, and then you're also using Immercado with the exclusive one, he will instantly also do this 200% attack poison damage with a chance to silence the enemy. So it is great. It is very great. And yeah, so he's a very strong hero, and he also does a lot of damage on this ability here. And basically it's only Willa who can do more damage than him in the poison team. Not even Nita is as strong as Immercado. So, and he works for PvP, he works for PvE. He is a super nice hero. Now we also got Xiao Jun. If you've just started today or like this week here, you wouldn't have gotten Xiao Jun as your free hero. But if you started last month or before that at the anniversary, you will have the Xiao Jun free copy, which might mean that this one will be your exclusive 1 or your exclusive 2 or 3 or whatever. Xiao Jun is a fantastic hero. She does around, well, for my sake, she's doing a 2 billion damage or something like that in Saga City Wuthering team. She's a boss killer, and she's also used in PvP together with Muringjing and Irato to proc Irato before the enemy even gets their turn. So like enemy goes with their Lydia, and your Xiao Jun will counterattack because she's together with another Saga City hero. She'll counterattack, and she might kill someone before they get their buff up, or get them very low at least, and then Irato will be procced, and you're winning the fight. Xiao Jun is a fantastic hero, boss killer, and a very nice damage carry early on. And the last one is Atkins. Atkins I see primarily used for PvP. However, she is very nice for Forgotten City, Forgotten whatever it's called, in Faction Abyss. She is very strong in secret rooms, and overall she can also be used in PvE for her nice buffs that she is giving. She's giving these buffs here where you take less damage. You have a consolidation buff, and you will take less damage down here with like 30% less damage, basic attack and skill damage if you have exclusive True on her. She also does a lot of damage. However, she is very gear dependent and very hard to gear early on, and she also needs exclusive 3 to really be strong in PvP, because then she starts removing buffs, and she will ignore shield, immortal and damage immunity owned by the target. And she's doing a lot of damage with her basic attack, which is the Pursuing Attack ability that she prefers to use. But you need exclusive 3 for that, and you need 60% crit rate. The rest of it she'll get from her exclusive 2 if you have 200% effect res or more, and she'll also get, like, I think it is 110% crit damage if you have 200% or more effect res. But that is why it's very hard to build her. She doesn't need a lot of speed though, that is a nice one, but you need more than 200% resistance, and also she needs a lot of crit damage and 60% crit rate. So which of these 4 heroes would I go with? Like, if you don't have any of them, I would definitely go with Immercado. I think he is a meta hero. He's strong, he's used in all poison, he can be used in PvE and PvP, and I really love him. He is so good. Now if you have him and you want to take one of the other ones, I would suggest Freud or Xiao Jun, depending on if you need like a boss killer or something to proc your Iratos, or like do some damage in PvP, or if you want more support and sustain, then I'd take Freud. And then lastly I would take Atkins, but just because she's very hard to build, especially early game, mid game, I don't think you have the gear required for it. Like my Atkins, I'll just show you my Atkins for a second here. You can see my gear here. And this is my in-game account. Obviously I have mythic on all her gear, and you can see you need stats like these here just to get her effective res up to 200 plus. You need all of this. You need a mythic one of these, and you need HP and everything because she also scales with HP. So you need crit rate, crit damage, HP, effective res, and it's very hard to build. So you can see here my crit damage is only 263, but I'm crit capped, I have effect res and also some HP, and she's very hard to build, and that is why I don't recommend getting her as your first choice. So that's it for now, guys. That's the Adventurous Journey. Also, I won't be talking about these free heroes you get because none of them is actually very game changing. Like for this one you get Vera, she is not used. Tero would be the best like of the four here. Will is a cool looking hero, but he's not that strong, and then Claude is just, yeah, crap. But actually this one here, this guy can help you in Faction Abyss a little bit with some ally protection and some healing, and he also has some stun effect. He's actually, well, not ally protection but the consolidation, sorry, and shielding, so he's actually decent. So I think overall the Mikado journey here, if you take that one, is the best, and you also get a nice poison damage skill blessing that you can put on Mikado once you are done with your stuff, right? So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this event and which hero you went for, and if you are like going to buy the $30 thing to get the final hero. Alright guys, cheers, bye.